Hi there. So we are going to go through one of the most important topics that you need to really spend a little time thinking about researching, and that is the name of your channel. So before you set up your channel, you really need to do a tiny bit of research and think about what you want your channel to be named. So if you already have an established business, you really want it to be very close to your business name. However, if you're planning on doing multiple things on your channel, you want to make sure that you don't name your channel something very specific. So you wouldn't want to name your channel Wreath World and then start doing making signs or cooking or things like that. So you need to spend a little time thinking about your channel name. If you want to have a lot of different things on your channel, then the best thing to do is to actually name it your name. Okay, so if you were going to do various things on your channel, then you would just want it to be your name. And that's a really common thing that people on YouTube do if they are doing a lot of different things. And I'll show you a couple examples. Okay. So this is Tanner Bell. So Tanner Bell actually has a business with several other people, and it is all about cricket and using vinyl for different things. His channel is his name. So the reason his channel is his name is because he did vlogs for years. Okay, so he started out his channel doing vlogs, and then he did just some DIY crafts, and then he started on the cricket. Started a business. His business is Maker's Gonna Learn. And so what he did is he just kept the channel with his name on it. And the reason he did that is because he switched from just playing on YouTube to actually starting a business. Well, when he did that, he didn't want to lose the subscribers he already had. So of course he converted his business into his name. So one of the things that you want to do when you are on YouTube is go ahead and search for your name that you wanted. Okay, so if I wanted it to be, I wanted Success in 6, I would click this, and let's see if there's anyone that already is using that name. And one thing you can do is right up here at the top after you've searched. Okay, so if you click on this filter, you can click on channel. Okay, so if you click on channel, then you can see if there's any channels that are using that name. Okay, so I don't see any channels that are using that name. I can switch back and click on video and see what kind of people are using that phrase. Okay, so here's one. She has a whole series of Success in 6 minutes, I can tell from here. See, here's another person who is using their name. Okay, so this seems to be a popular phrase. So I want to keep that in mind if I'm going to name my channel. Okay, so the other thing, okay, so let's take this person as an example. Okay, when you come to her page, her channel, it's not real easy to tell what in the world it is she does. Ask, engage, listen. That's not really very helpful. Okay, let's look at her about section. Okay, so she's a motivational speaker. All right, so she only has 20 subscribers. She has a lot of videos. Okay, so what this means is she is not optimizing her channel, so she's really not getting any traffic. Okay, so what I want you to think about when you are setting up when you are setting up your name is to come out here and search. Okay, so if I wanted to use my name, okay, so I automatically come up. Okay, let's just filter and look at channel. So there are already a few who have an actual channel. Now these are personal channels. These are not brand channels. These up here are brand channels. So I wouldn't want to name it Lori Jacobs because someone already has that. Okay, so this is very important. You want to spend a few minutes researching what name you're going to have before you set it. So see, I could do Lori Riley Jacobs. There is no one who has that. Okay, so if I wanted to brand my channel by my name, I wouldn't have any trouble whatsoever because there really is no one. Okay, so if I wanted it to be a business name, we're just going to take Trendy Tree as an example. Okay, so immediately Trendy Tree comes up. Okay, and you can see here's their logo, here's all their videos. So I, of course, know immediately that this is taken. Okay, so you want to be really careful. Let's try Southern Charm and just say Southern Charm. So I know there are a bunch of businesses out there that are named Southern Charm. Let's start off with Southern Charm. So you can see here, look how many channels are named Southern Charm. Okay. So you would want to make your name still have what you have in your business name, but you would want, so you want it to have what's in your business name, but you want to be super careful that there are not a whole bunch of other channels that are very similar to your name. Because if there are a bunch of channels that are very similar to your name, someone could land on the wrong channel and then you're going to miss out on views. So in the beginning, when you're first starting out and you do not have 100 subscribers, it's going to be very difficult for people to find your channel. So you don't want it to be very, very similar to another channel. So just take a little bit of time and research the name and make sure that there isn't already something on YouTube that is the same or almost exactly the same. And be careful how you name it. So if you think that you might pivot your business in the future, then you would want to name it fairly generic. Okay, so we're gonna use Casey as an example. Okay, so hers is Lemon Drop Wreath Shop. Okay, so here she is. She has now pivoted her business from doing wreaths to doing social media. So because she named hers Lemon Drop Wreath Shop, it's going to be more difficult to pivot. She's now the Social Lemon. So you would want to do something that is a little bit more generic in case you think there's ever a chance that your business is going to change. So you want to be open to your business changing, because a lot of times when you start out with one thing in mind and your business changes as it grows. And this is very common, and you need to be ready to pivot with it. Okay, so just spend a little bit of time researching and get your name down first before you start the next video and go through how to start your channel.